Let's talk about Mahomes hunting for Frank the Shark Clark in the ocean, the AFL's Magna Carta, the best offensive play caller in the entire NFL, Andy Reid. Take a look at 3 new players on defense that have no choice but to greatly perform in order for this defense to be a success, and much freaking more. But first, how about those?
How about those Chiefs?
Hashtag no filter.
What's up, guys? My name is Cole, aka the Radiant Rambunctious Red Bearded One, or sometimes known as the Great Red Beard of the Midwest, and I do daily news about the Chiefs and the NFL overall, so I'm gonna need you to sub if you're new, hit that like button if you think training camp is way too far away and you may shed a thug tear or two because of it, and let's get into this video. First off, hope you guys had a great Father's Day yesterday. I know I did. I spent some time with close friends. My daughters got very sunburned because I actually left my basement and went outside, but dominated in cornhole. Actually, I think I lost every game, but it was a great freaking time, and I hope you guys had an incredible day as well. So yes, Father's Day was yesterday, as we know, but it was also Juneteenth, which is the oldest nationally celebrated commemoration of the ending of slavery in the United States. And this stuff is important to know because the last time I checked, 70% of the players in the NFL are African American. And this is something very important to Black culture, yes, but also to American culture in general. Juneteenth is a time to look back at how far we've come as a country, even though we still have a ways to freaking go, let's be honest. But it's also to celebrate all that culture has done to help shape America into what it is today. And to celebrate this, safety Justin Reid and cornerback Trent McDuffie could be seen visiting the Negro League's baseball museum in a recent video that the Chiefs put out.
America's game was baseball at the time, so a lot of the greatest athletes came and played in this league, and their love and passion for just playing their sport bled into culture and ended up making revolutionary changes in society.
Juneteenth, it's a way to look back at the history of everybody who's came before me and be a part of something bigger than who I am. For me, Kansas City now is home. Just being able to come here and just feel like I'm a part of the community is special.
Well, let's go Justin Reid and Trent McDuffie. Y'all are freaking awesome, and the future is bright in Kansas City with leaders like them on the team, I'll tell you what. And now let's look at some player news via their social media channels because there's honestly quite a bit going on yesterday with Father's Day and all of that. CEH doesn't know what he's about to eat, literally says, man, what? Like, what is even happening? It looked good though. Cornell Powell is hanging out with the only thing close to children, I believe, that he has right now, and that's his dogs. And speaking of dogs, Lonnie Johnson Jr.'s dog is out here looking really fly at the pool, then taking his dad on a little walk. Juju's dog, Bougie, could be seen sleeping on him. Then Juju leaves that lazy little dog at home and hits up Topgolf or something like that to show off the fact that he does not know how to hit a golf ball. Sky Moore posted a pic with his dad, and they have on matching shoes, which seems pretty fitting. Pacheco shared a photo of his father on a Harley following him around for his parade the other day. Juan Thornhill could be seen out here at Mr. Goodies, which is a suspect name of a place, I'm not gonna lie here. Willie Gay Jr. does a nice little choke slam on his son like The Undertaker on Thursday Night SmackDown. Snead is playing games at an arcade with family. And you know, as well as I do, that he's not going to let that kid win a single freaking game. And I don't know where MVS is here in that video that you're seeing right now, but I need to know because I need to take my wife and G to the O. It looks incredible. Colin Saunders shares a photo of him with his girls, then lets me know that I'm broke, and he's not, by posting a bathroom selfie from the Bahamas. Chris Jones is watching this terrifying frog sing to him, and I believe Chris himself yelled out a mating call at the end of this clip. Patrick Mahomes celebrated Father's Day with his family and then went on an excursion to try and find Frank the Shark Clark since he was a no-show for OTAs. And well, he found sharks, but no Frank, sadly. I'm sorry to disappoint y'all. And then the Chiefs shared a reactionary video of Clark Hunt when they captured the moment he found out the World Cup was coming to Kansas City and was going to be hosted at Arrowhead Stadium.
Men's World Cup.
Basically, his reaction was, bro, we are about to make a ton of freaking money. I cannot wait. I will say this though, visitors from around the world that come to these games here at Arrowhead are going to be a little disappointed when they find out the only thing within walking distance of the stadium is a gas station, Taco Bell, a Subway, and a Denny's. So hopefully by 2026, some things change because as of right now, it's a big ol'
You ready?
All right, Bob Moore, the Chiefs historian, and yes, that is his title, recently released an article talking about the founding document that was the AFL's Magna Carta, which is in an exhibit in the club's Hall of Honor at Arrowhead Stadium. This was written out by Lamar Hunt in 1959 on an airplane as he had an epiphany on a long flight back to Dallas after meeting with Walter Wolfner, what a freaking name, who was the owner of the then Chicago Cardinals, about buying a controlling interest in the team. Hunt was, of course, turned down, and it was his last chance of being able to purchase an NFL franchise without any takers. Instead of giving up, though, he had an idea when he began to realize there were a lot of people out there like him, wealthy businessmen, who were able to buy a team. There's not that many people, let's be honest, but there were enough for him to have this idea. And the idea was this. It led him to believe that together with these men and others, perhaps a new professional league could make it operating outside of the NFL. Interest was there, he believed, and during that long flight back to Dallas in a prop plane, he asked a flight attendant for some paper, which turned out to be an onion-skinned American Airlines stationery, and sketched out how it all might work. And by the time the plane landed in Dallas, he had outlined general operating principles for the league, including a basic profit and loss statement, estimates on equipment costs, revenue from ticket sales, college draft ideas, and had enough of an idea to go from here to reach out to other prospective owners of franchises and make his dreams a reality. So yeah, this was just a cool little piece I found worth sharing with you all. I want to go and look at this little piece of paper sometime, because why not? And I also hope this story inspires you to make better use of your airplane time than simply watching Netflix. And then PFF recently released an article in which they ranked the NFL's best offensive play callers ahead of the 2022 NFL season. And let me tell you what, y'all are going to like this one. They give a lengthy explanation of how they came up with the results of this ranking using PFF grades that are adjusted for opponents and scaled for age, taking into account expected points added, success rate, blah, blah, blah. You can read it all if you'd like, but I'm bored of the intro, so let's get into the body of this article because I have the attention span of a squirrel. The top 6 coaches are ranked as follows. In 6th is Matt LaFleur with the Green Bay Packers. Then in 5th is Sean McVay of the Los Angeles Rams. 49ers Kyle Shanahan was in 4th, followed by Byron Leftwich of the Buccaneers in 3rd. Then Kellen Moore of the Cowboys in 2nd. And at the tippity top of this here list, beating out everyone at the buffet line, was Chiefs coach Andy Reid. That's right, Big Red himself, and this is what they have to say. In an interesting, if often talked about, development, Andy Reid has become a better offensive play caller at maximizing success rate rather than EPA. With as many too high looks as the Chiefs have garnered, they have had to change course on offense. And one such example is wide receiver Tyreek Hill's average depth of target dropping roughly 2.5 yards from 2020 to 2021. The final half of the 2021 AFC Championship game notwithstanding, yeah, we don't want to talk about that. The Chiefs offense has still managed to be one of the league's best, but it will have to adjust again in 2022 after the team traded Hill to the Miami Dolphins this offseason. That's right, adjust the Chiefs did last season and proved just about every single person wrong. I'm sure all y'all remember during that time, the media talking about the Chiefs are done. Mahomes has been exposed. They are not even making it to the playoffs. Todd Bowles' blueprint works to perfection. And they went on and on and on, like a broken freaking record, having to eat their own words later on in the season as the Chiefs went on a huge run and silenced the big ol' mouths of the overpaid media pundits around the entire league. And I think an even more telling thing will be how they adapt and operate this season with the loss of Tyreek, whom they centered much of their offense around. But I will say this, with Mahomes and Coach Reid at the helm, we are in pretty good hands. And as we gear up for training camp, we still have more questions than answers about the state of this football team and how things are going to end up looking. I believe Ryan Tracy from RGR said there could be up to 20 or something like 24 new players on this roster this year compared to last. And there are a ton of changes happening. So I sat here for a bit and used my little pea-sized brain to think about something that I want to process with you all. And then, of course, get your thoughts on this as well. Out of all the new Chiefs players that are here and coming in, I believe there are 3 players on the defensive side of the ball that must meet expectations or outperform them in order for the Chiefs to have a successful season, or at the very least, help prevent Mahomes from having to carry this freaking team every single game. The first player is cornerback Trent McDuffie. The loss of Charvarius Ward is honestly a pretty big one. I know many of you are glad Ward is gone, saying he was burned often and whatnot, but he was also left out on an island by Spags and company. But he was named the Chiefs' most improved player for the 2021 season by PFF, in which his grade improved from a 64.3 in 2020 to a 71.2 in 2021. He was targeted on 17.9% of his coverage snaps, the 14th highest rate among NFL corners, and despite that, Ward held his own and recorded a career-high PFF grade. That's a big reason why he got the big old bag of gold coins that he did with the 49ers. So with that noted, Trent McDuffie, in my opinion, has to come in here basically as a day one starter and at least play 80% as good as Charvarius Ward did last season, which is a pretty huge ask for a rookie, but hey, here we are. So welcome to the big leagues now, bud. It's do or die time. The second player that I think has got to show up and show out is another rookie, and that is George Karlaftis. As of when I recorded this video, at least, the Chiefs have not done enough, in my opinion, to bolster the defensive line. Yeah, they restructured Frank Clark, brought in Taylor Stallworth, and then drafted George Karlaftis, as well as some players from last year are returning. But they were unable to retain veteran Melvin Ingram, and so far have been unsuccessful in bringing in another vet on the edge to help out Chris Jones and company on the defensive line. Could another acquisition happen here, maybe after training camp or week one, preseason, somewhere around there? Yes, I do think so, but more importantly, regardless, we need George Karlaftis to come in here and wreak absolute havoc on the line. If he's not a day one starter, he's definitely going to be playing a significant amount of snaps, and we got to get pressure on the freaking QB. If George can play even as well as Melvin Ingram or close to in year one in the NFL, then that is going to help tremendously, because we all remember the impact that Ingram had when the Chiefs brought him in midseason last year. It was basically a pivotal turning point, a game changer for the defense, but sadly was not enough, as we all know. But for Karlaftis, he's lost 10 to 15 pounds and has been working on his flexibility and other facets of his game with Bobby Stroop. So I hope George is ready, because the Chiefs are about to ask a lot from this rookie, and a lot of the team's success on the defensive side of the ball is going to depend on his ability to help this line get to the quarterback. The last person and probably the most important player that has got to meet expectations or overperform this season, I believe, is safety Justin Reid. He's coming in to take over for Tyrann Mathieu's role in his own way and style, of course, but Tyrann was the leader of the defense and essentially the quarterback, the one who got them lined up and all that good stuff. And Justin Reid has to come in here, earn the respect of his teammates quickly, and fill these freaking shoes ASAP. I do think the way that Justin Reid handles things and performs out on the field is either going to make or break this defense. It's that crucial in my basement sitting opinion, at least. So there you have it. The top three new players on defense facing the most pressure to perform and help carry this defense and therefore this team to victory in 2022. Do you agree with me here or no? If not, let me know who your thoughts are on the three new players facing the most pressure to perform in 2022. And let's fight about it down in the comment section 100%. From here, I want to take a look at some super thanks comments from yesterday. Azazel the Fallen gives $10 to ask if I will say the opposite of these words. Always coming from take me down. Okay, so that would be never going to give you up.
Never gonna give you up.
Never gonna give you up. Now, my friend, is all you get. But thanks for the donation. You are the man. KC Chiefs 21 posted a link to this video asking me to comment about it. And it's a parody of Russell Wilson and Ciara saying, "Let's ride," making fun of her with the football and doing other things that Russell Wilson and Ciara have done that are very cringy this offseason. Sadly, I can't play the audio to this video as it'll get demonetized due to copyrighted music, but I will leave a link in the description down below for you all because it's pretty freaking funny. This guy does a great job of mocking Russell Wilson, and honestly, it's glorious, and I'm here for it. And then Brian Nesbitt dropped an absolute bomb yesterday, a $50 super thanks, simply saying thanks. Keep it rolling, chefs. Well, Brian, you were definitely cooking it up yesterday in reference to you saying chefs with that $50 bomb. That is insane. And I will definitely keep it rolling like Limp Bizkit with the insane support from people like you and the rest of Chiefs Kingdom. Thank you so much. Without the support from you all, this channel would not be what it is today, and I would definitely not be going as hard as I am every day at it. So thank you everyone for the likes, comments, subs, donations, all of that. Every single bit helps, and y'all are the real MVPs. Make sure to leave a comment below to potentially be featured in an upcoming vid. Sub for more daily news like this, and check out this video here, which is a recent podcast episode from the guys over at Arrowhead Addict. Go over there and tell them I sent you and said hello. And until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go. How about those?